Hi, I'm Kristen Benitez, board certified dance movement therapist, and welcome to my prenatal movement video. I always like to remind people to listen to your bodies. So while you're following me, I encourage you to invite your body. Don't push your body because your body is sharing something really precious. So you got to work together to invite this experience. So start with a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And we're going to start with our feet moving straight and your knees going right over your toes, just like that. You're pressing your metatarsals straight over, and I'm going up and down. So there's a little balance at the top. You can try that with me, or you can just bend your knees and keep yourself grounded on the floor. So make sure that those knees go straight over your toes. And if you want to invite your arms to move with you, like I am, you can. But if it's a little too much, just focus on the knees, focus on the toes. The arms are just a dance movement experience. So do what feels good, do what feels fun. You can even play with your arms while you're treading through the feet, especially if you're a dancer. Just have a go. So I'm going to continue to tread through the feet kindly, taking a deep breath in and out as I move through the toes, move through the heels. Now remember, you can keep yourself grounded and just bend your knees. You don't necessarily have to bend back and forth. And now we're just going to straighten and flex and rotate those ankles all the way around with a little balance. Feel free to shape your arms how you need to, or hold on to something so you don't fall, because your center of gravity is not the same right now, and that's okay. So just listen to your feet, see what other type of movement needs to happen to allow more circulation through those ankle joints and through those toes. And continuing to be mindful of your breath. And let's shake it out. Okay. Now we're going to open up those hips. I'm going a little fast here, so please slow down if you need to. You're just opening and closing the knee out to the side. Let your hips talk to you. And let baby talk to you too. Maybe baby is taking a nap at this time. Maybe baby is saying, whoa, 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 slow down. I know my baby was talking to me at this moment. That's why I started to go slower. And here in this hip opener or knee opener, you can play with it. See if you need to oil those joints a little more, opening and closing the hip joint. And I have my toe just pivoting in the floor. And I'm not leaning on my toe is just barely touching the floor. Now we're going to open up those hips in a straight line across the body horizontally. And remember to keep those knees over those toes. No matter what's happening when you're bending your knees need to be over your toes. And we're going to go down into a ballet-like plie. Make sure you're not bending over like that. Make sure your body is nice and straight. And you want to imagine that your back is sliding down a wall. And you can go as low as you'd like to here. I'm not going that low because this is where my body feels safest. But if you feel like you need more, please go lower. And if you want to hold it there, you can even hold it there at the bottom. Listen to your body. And if you want a little push, you can go up to the tops of your toes with what I like to call a releve. Give yourself a little balance and come down nice and slow. Continuously breathing as you're moving through each sequence. And feel free to play with those arms. You can also do regular squats, but in this session, we're just going to do a more sumo squat-like position. Now we're going to open up those hips in a different way. Your knees are leading you as you shift from one side to the next. But you're thinking about how those hips are following your knees. And allow your spine to also ripple like my spine is rippling through your hips. Try not to think so much about how you're supposed to look. Think about how you're supposed to feel. And if you feel comfortable, you can add some movement with the upper body. Let the arms follow you. Spend as much time as you want there, juicing your hips, oiling those joints, moving side to side. Now we're going to drop all the way down to the earth. And this is our goal for today. This is prime hip opener, pelvic stretching position. And you can also birth from this position if you feel so inclined. So it's very important that if you're not ready for this position, that you spend a lot of time opening up those hips, picking up those heels, just like I'm doing, moving side to side. And you want to put your hands all the way on the floor. So we're not on our fingertips. Our palms are completely on the floor. As you rock those hips side to side, take your time. And remember to breathe as you're moving through this experience. Notice that I'm pausing every now and then. I'm really listening to where my body needs me to slow down, stop, and keep going. And here, this is where you're going to end up if you feel comfortable enough. Notice my heels are completely flat on the ground. My elbows are pressing my knees open. My back is straight. So I'm not hunched over like that. I'm really lifting up my spine, pressing my shoulders down, and pressing my legs apart with my elbows, tailbone straight down. Now, if you're still not comfortable there, take some more time and just go back and forth, side to side. It might take days, weeks, or months before you can sit comfortably in a position like that. But the main goal is to open those hips, be kind to your body, and meet your body where it is. I'm taking an extra stretch right here, just so I can invite my arms to be a part of the experience. Circling my arm down and around, opposite arm reaches up, straight up to the sky, eyes looking up at the fingertips. Circling around my head and back down. And we're going to take one more stretch here. Give our hamstrings a stretch. And you're going to open your hips, your legs even more, so your feet are separating. Now, the further apart your feet are, the lower your head can go. So I'm very flexible. As you can see, do what works best for you, what feels comfortable for you. And you want to send those hips straight up to the ceiling. That's the goal. Your hands can stay on the floor, or your elbows can be on the floor. And when you're ready, walk those feet back in. Bend your knees and slowly roll up your body. Engage those abdominals nice and steady. If that is too much to get up from that position, you can also do this alternative getting up. You drop one knee down, both knees down. Roll up through your spine just like this. Grab onto something to the side or onto the floor and pick up one knee at a time. Boom. And just take another moment back in the vertical space. Take a deep breath. Check in with your body. Check in with baby. And relax. Thank you for watching.